Can you explain to the audience everything they need to know about Deep End?
Shit, I turned the fuck up on that bitch. It ain't like no other project. That bitch, I was talking crazy as a bitch on every song. I got fire ass shit on there. Lil Tyler on that bitch. Myaap on that bitch. And then I got some hard shit like I was just going on that bitch. But it's some real deep shit like just going hard on that bitch. It's a little like a short EP.
Now, you use the phrase EP here. Why go that route for this project? There are some that choose mixtapes or albums, for example.
I feel like an EP it just give you like a broader image of like the topic and shit because like it's all meant for Deep End. Every track on that bitch. Some fire up on there.
Now, you may have answered this question already with your previous description, but just in case you didn't or you want to explain on further, formally going to ask you this question here. And if you felt like you've already answered it, we'll skip it and move on. But the question is, can you explain this title and its meaning?
Deep End. It's like you in the deep end of the streets. Like deep end. That shit. Like whatever. But like where I'm from is way deeper. Like you can say it's harder to explain that shit, you gotta listen. It's like that bitch, the tracks on that bitch so fire. But yeah, it's just like basically like deep in the streets. Like if you in the water, if you jump in the water, you deep in that bitch. That's basically what I'm saying.
Now, you use the phrase where you're from. And in a previous portion of questions, you talked about where you're from. But just for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time and seeing this portion of questions and not the previous portion, care to share once again where you're from?
From the east.
Of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
From the east of Milwaukee.
Now, when it comes to the title, Deep End, was this a title you came up with or someone coined for you?
It's like, all right, so this how I came. I'm on tour, and I'm literally like chilling in the fucking pool, fucking what you call that shit? Donuts in the noodles, and then Babytron just came out. See, we was chilling in the pool because we got the big ass pool in that bitch. So it was just like he pressed deep in, and I'm like, damn, dog, he really hit that bitch on the nail. So I just took that and I went with it.
And care to share the name of the tour that you're referencing here?
It was a Tronathon tour, 2023.
Now, are there any unknown facts or stories in regards to this EP that's never been publicly mentioned before? Could be in regards to creating it, recording it, or releasing it.
Say that, run that back one more time.
Are there any unknown facts or stories in regards to this EP that's never been publicly mentioned before? Could be in regards to creating it, recording it, or releasing it.
Oh, okay. Shit. Of course, like I made all the beats on that bitch. Made every beat on there. Oh yeah, I recorded the whole EP in Houston, Texas. Yeah, and I was like, all them songs are meant for deep end. So basically, like, that's the first time I actually did a real topic on some shit.
Any other unknown facts or stories in regards to this EP never publicly mentioned before?
Nah.
Now, what's your favorite song on this E EP?
My favorite song gotta be like
Yep.
either Call Out or Big Smacks by me and Tyler.
And what makes either of those your personal favorites?
Big Smacks with me and Lil Tyler. I was on tour. We had made that shit. He had hit me. I had sent that bitch to him. He sent that bitch back like a couple hours and shit. Sent that bitch right back. So I got that. Put that on there. And then with Call Out, like that was my first song that I like kind of used that tone. It's like a different tone that I use. And then I ain't had no claps on that bitch. Like usually like my shit all claps, like everything got claps. That's the only song that don't got claps.
Can you give the audience 5 reasons to listen to this EP?
One, got Lil Tyler on there. One, I don't got claps on one of them bitches. One of them bitches I don't got claps on. But this like, so 3, some real street shit. It ain't like no playing. Like I was trying to have it all real, like all real me rapping on that bitch. But I just got some shit like where I had to play around in that bitch, play around on that bitch. But it's all fire on there.
Any additional reasons?
That.
And if not, that's okay as well.